Welcome back to Talkative Thursdays. I'm Carmen from Eurodesk, and we're still riding the wave of the Time to Move campaign, giving you the unfiltered truth about living, learning, and growing abroad, and help you find these opportunities for free. Last week, we talked about how to get involved as a citizen. Now that you have boosted your civic engagement, let's talk about the incredible opportunity to immerse yourself in a different culture, grow personally and professionally, and help your career truly stand out. Work abroad. This global experience is how you become the person every employer is looking for. By diving into a different culture, you're not just developing your hard and soft skills, but you're building a powerful professional and international network that can lead you to be a viral match for your future employer. You will learn how to be a key player on any international team. Today, we have with us Dimosthenis Chalkiopoulos, a young professional and former Blue Book trainee at the European Commission. Let's jump in. Hello, Dimosthenis.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome to the Talkative Thursdays.
Thank you for having me here.
Thank you for coming. Also, one of the reasons why we have you here is because I've heard that you have a lot of stories to share regarding your internships. And one of it is that your internship made you viral. What can you tell us?
That's accurate. Well,
Wow.
it was at the ending of my traineeship. There was the farewell conference and we were asked if we wanted to submit some contributions to encapsulate what happened during the last months. So I had this idea of making a remake of the Apo 2 song by the Korean American song. And I took the Apo 2 and I did BUBU 2 like BBT, which is the acronym for the Blue Book Traineeship, which is what I did, the traineeship program. And then it was presented there. And then people started sharing it on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and now it has over 100,000 views.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I think that's one of the best stories ever. And in the end, did also this make you find the next job?
It did. Actually, it did.
Wow, wow.
I had some job offerings because apparently, creativity and being yourself apparently is valued. And so, I had some people approached me from the Commission and from the Parliament and also from the private sector. But at the end, I chose what was the best for me, where I am right now in the Commission working as a communications consultant.
Wow, nice. It sounds very nice. It sounds amazing. And can you tell us about your journey? Why did you decided to start this internship, and how did you apply? How was it the process?
Well, the process, I will start with the process because it's very straightforward. So every year the Commission has 2 sessions for trainees. So I applied early last year to be a Blue Book trainee in the October session. So I went on the website, everything was there very clear. I did the process, I passed the interviews, I was rejected at first, but then the research executive agency where I was, they grabbed me and they're like, hey,
Wow.
Your profile matches the job, would you like? And I accepted. And the reason why I did this traineeship is just because I had friends here who had done this program and another friend who did it in the Parliament. And they were like, why don't you apply? You would fit great in Brussels and in the EU bubble. And I did, and now I'm here.
Oh, that's nice. I mean, that's good that some friends encourage you to go abroad to do this experience.
Yeah, sometimes we need the push,
Exactly. And it's good that now you're doing this push to someone else that may be hearing us and be encouraged by your experience and your views.
I mean, it was such an amazing, unforgettable, life-defining, life-changing experience. So there is not a reason why not to do it. I mean, it's a paid internship like many other internships. The integration is very, very easy. So why not? Sometimes you just have to get out of your comfort zone and just do this.
It's very brave to decide to go abroad and to try these experiences, because there are a lot out there, in fact, but why choosing one and the reason that drives you to go to this one and not another one, it's also important. And how was it, the experience itself of being a trainee at a European institution? What were you doing?
My tasks were I was in the Research Executive Agency, which is one of the 6 executive agencies established by the European Commission. So I was basically a project manager, would say. Of course, I was not a manager, I was a trainee, seeing what the project managers do. So my unit was managing the research fund for coal and steel, basically, which is funding opportunities for research programs in the coal and steel sector. So I was assisting in the preparation of the calls, in the evaluation, organizing webinars, live events, writing communication materials, and assisting those events, taking pictures, writing articles. So there are so many things that one does in this traineeship. It's not like one-sided. One day I was doing event management and then proposal evaluation. And then the next day I was the journalist. So, it's crazy. There's so many things.
It's crazy, yes. But were you doing that before, or what was your life career path?
Well, my my job description in the traineeship and my background is my university degree, because I studied chemical engineering and integrated master in the National Technical University of Athens. So, of course, these projects, they deal with chemistry and physicochemistry and mathematics and all of the disciplines. I had a very good understanding of how things were working, but before that, I was a hotel manager in Mykonos.
What? So you changed Mykonos for Brussels?
What can I tell you? It was a change. Like, literally, I was in this hotel until the end of October. And then I went back to Athens for 5 days, and then I moved to Brussels. So I started my traineeship actually 1 month later, which is also okay for the Blue Book Traineeship, because I was working before, and the transition was interesting.
Yes. Did you have a lot of culture shocks? What was the biggest?
The metro not working, the escalators not working, but no, like Brussels is a very welcoming city. Like the international communities are so many. If you miss Greece, you go to, Tomeli and different Greek bakeries. If you want to eat Italian food, there are the Italian. If you want to have pastel de nata, you go to Forcado or other places. So integration socially is very, very easy. The difficult thing, is to find a place to stay. But with the right help and the right guidance, everything can be managed. But, it's in the beginning a bit tricky sometimes.
Yes, always starting from scratch in a new place, it takes a bit to get used to it. But also it's good because you can build your own life from zero. You have your new experience. Exactly. You can choose what you want to do, and it's good to have new perspectives, no?
Every start is difficult. Like in the university when we started, it was difficult. First day of school was difficult. Like every beginning requires a little bit more of an effort, but nothing comes easy. So all for that,
And what about your life experiences? Have you lived abroad before or participated in other mobility programs, learning mobility programs? Like, for example, on the working side, there are also work exchanges or au pair. These are just some of them. Even for entrepreneurs, there's Erasmus Plus for entrepreneurs, or maybe for learning or for volunteering. Did you participate in?
Well, I did some Erasmus Plus projects, programs. But like my main abroad experience was an Erasmus program. I was studying abroad, like a full semester. Universidad Politécnica de Madrid. Thank you, Madrid, for all the amazing memories.
Okay.
Erasmus, and it was another life-changing experience. Like all of my friends who have been to an Erasmus were changed for life. They were defined by this, multicultural, intercultural, multilingual experience. Like the people that you made, I have people who got married,
Really?
while they were, they were studying together and then they got married, or like another friend of mine got married in India and I had met him in Madrid and I went to his wedding in India, for 2 weeks. Yeah, and then other friends from Singapore. So a new world appears in your eyes after you get out of your comfort zone and you take part in all of the experiences that you mentioned before, be it Erasmus, au pair, entrepreneurship.
And for you, what is the most challenging but also the most transformative experience that you had while you were abroad?
I think always meeting new people is what inspires me the most, because I love foreign languages. I was inspired by the people that I met to learn foreign languages. Like I speak Spanish now because I met amazing people in Spain. And then I met people from Brazil and Portugal. So I was like, okay, I will learn Portuguese. And then in my next international experience, I learned Italian. And now I'm here and I'm learning Chinese. So,
Wow.
it's like, people inspire me and people are our lives.
Yes.
So for me, the most transformative would be definitely the people that I met.
Wow. Yes. I mean, definitely the people is always what you remember the most,
Exactly.
and what makes the experience different.
It's true.
Yeah. Also, I see that you are a very open-minded person. But was it like this since the beginning, or it came also while you were experiencing that your mind were more open?
Well, shout out to my mom and my family and my siblings. I grew up in a family with other 5 siblings, so every day was a mini survival Erasmus kind of thing, You had to fight for your food, for your parents' attention, for everything, So, and I was really into the art since a very young age. So I guess I was always, say creative and not afraid to be exposed. So I will say that I've always been like this, but definitely this, with the international experience, this happened in many other foreign languages, because before it was only in Greek.
Yes, now you're even in Chinese.
Exactly.
And for you, in the future, what do you think that you will be doing? Do you think that this experience changed your life path?
Definitely yes, because I was always interested in communication and marketing, but because I was doing a bunch of different things in the past, I never had the opportunity to do this. So now I am working on communication projects, on LinkedIn campaigns, on the creation of interinstitutional websites, and very exciting projects. So definitely it has affected my journey, and I'm very happy that things turned out to be this way, because I think I'm quite good at it. And I really enjoy it like that. That's why I'm good at it, because I really like what I'm doing. So maybe my future is in marketing and communication.
Wow, so these are some of the skills that you developed. And maybe you can tell us about other skills.
Other skills? Patience? No, it was like taking advice from other people. I tend to be a procrastinator sometimes. So being in this very big machine as the European Commission, it made me more like, you have this task, you have deadlines, so it definitely helped me a lot. Then, collaboration, foreign languages, we have talked about it many times, sorry. I'm not paid by anyone to promote languages, but they're so awesome, Yeah, I would say collaboration, communication, and believing in yourself, which is very generic. But it's true, because when you're abroad, you're on your own, You have your friends and your family back home, but you have to find the power within you and say, okay, even if it's -2 degrees and the sun goes out at 4 p.m., I will still go to work, be productive, I will do the things that I have to do, then I will go out and go to do my Chinese lesson, and then go to the flagey market and do all of those things. So you have to find your inner power, and I found it here.
That's very inspiring. That's very inspiring.
Yes, but it's true. It's it's what I felt. Yeah.
And what would be your message for someone that is thinking about applying, to inspire?
Just do it. Sorry for interrupting you, but we're so afraid sometimes, and back home, the situation might be a little bit more difficult, and you might have other things that you would like to do, but if you have this willing to go abroad and try this, which is something that everyone talks about. I haven't heard one person who went on Erasmus or an exchange program or an Erasmus Plus or and they didn't come back, life change, and they don't stop talking about them, and they make these trips their whole personality. But it's true, because once you go, you will see that it's as inspiring as everyone says. So just do it. It's simple as that. Find the strength, work and save some money, and just go. Yeah.
Super great advice. And then I have another question for you. That is, how did you learn about this opportunity?
Shout out to my friends Eliana and Elias, who were here in Brussels.
A kiss for them, no?
Shout out my beautiful Greek friends. That they were here, and I came to visit them in last March. And they say, hey, why don't you apply? I think you would fit. And I was like, I have to go to Mykonos, but I don't have any plans after that. And the rest is history.
Wow.
Yeah.
They really wanted you here. They
Apparently, and I'm very happy to be here.
Yes.
And here with you, and here in Brussels with my friends and everything.
Yes, I mean that's definitely the best that a friend tells you, because it's always giving you the confidence to go, and also to know that you have someone that you trust, and also that they can tell you their experience, and as you're doing now, you're telling your experience to inspire others. We also have the Eurodesk Opportunity Finder that we always post about all these opportunities that are open. For example, the Blue Book Traineeships in your case, but also in other European institutions, au pair or work exchanges, any internship opportunities that are open. This could be interesting for you also, if you're still looking for something.
Of course.
Also volunteering, learning, participating, and also on our newsletter, we send it every month.
They have everything.
Yes, we have everything. And also on our social media. And of course, here we are also spreading awareness about all the things available.
No, but that's so interesting, because sometimes people, they complain, no, I don't know where to. It's on Eurodesk, everything in one place,
Yes,
So
exactly.
because there are so many traineeship opportunities and volunteering programs, so talking about traineeships, you can do at the parliament, in the council, in the committee of the regions, and you have everything centralized in a page. I found out about you after I came here, but it's true.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Well, thank you for all your insights, for all the things that you shared, and for coming, of course. It was a really interesting story, your story.
Yes, it's definitely not the average, I can say, Blue Book trainee profile. I have amazingly talented, smart friends who are lawyers and political scientists with a bunch of PhDs and masters. I'm not like that. So if you're not like them, there is a place for you here and in all of the places where these opportunities are offered.
Yes, it's exactly what I was going to say. So
Sorry.
No, it's perfect. You said it yourself. And it's exactly what it's about, that don't feel discouraged if you don't have a huge CV. If there's still a place for you, there are a lot of different opportunities, and you can participate and change your life.
Like I changed mine. I still can't believe it. Anyway. What about your t-shirt? Time to move?
Time to move.
Yeah.
Yes, here we are having this campaign every month, every year in October, that is to spread awareness about mobility opportunities.
Okay.
Yes.
Because everyone is moving in October. Amazing.
It's there are a lot of events happening across Europe.
Okay.
And also in Greece, for example.
Ooh, in
And
Athens.
You can check on the Time to Move website. And there's an interactive map. You can find all the events. And they can also inform you in person and tell you about all these opportunities that we're talking about, and give you the guidance on the things that are more interesting for you.
Look, I think it's super important that someone is there and that these events are also in person, even though now we're doing everything online. Because, sometimes you just need someone to talk about what these opportunities are and how they are. And then, because you're in university and you study every day, you have exams, and then you have other things to do, and the everyday life consumes you. But, you can go to these events or to Eurodesk and you can find the next experience, because it will change your life the way it's changed mine,
Yeah, it definitely changed lives. And, thank you very much for coming. I have to say that it was a really great interview. It was really great to hear from your experience. And, to me, you inspired me to follow your steps. Personally, I also did. I also went for an internship abroad. And, thank you for coming.
You're welcome. There's something last I want to say, that, the majority of the people here, at least in Brussels, who did the Blue Book Traineeship or the Schumann Traineeship, they are lawyers or they studied, political science or European affairs. But there is a space for everyone. There is a space, a slot for everyone here, because look at me, for example. I am a completely different things, and I have a friend who is a psychologist and another one who is a biologist with a PhD from Cambridge. But still, they found their place here. So if you want to do it,
yes,
the spot is waiting for you.
Exactly. There are spots for everyone, no matter the background, no matter what you studied, what you did before. And the world is big for everyone. There are many types of opportunities. And it can be also for you. Don't feel discouraged, even if it's not written on the description, and you can still come and take the most out of it. Yes.
What she said. Time to move.
Time to move. Okay, yes, it's time to move. So thank you very much. And thank you all for tuning in one Thursday more. We wait for you also on the next episode next week. And have a very nice day. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.